Yes, 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 yo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give a round of applause for that. 10 straight back-to-back episode. Wow. I missed this terrible inflation. We did not stop coming live on air. The studio is still chilling. Our cameras are still working. Popcentral is still on DSTV channel 189. And you can watch us all around West Africa. Give it up for DAS, Digital Assets Show, the only show that takes you on that exhilarating ride of the fastest growing crypto space. And I am Olu or Hosu Alaji. But I like people to call me in the traditional way. Olu Washegun, your host. The host that brings you everything. I'm a Bitcoin maxi, but I have empathy. And if the technology, if the idea is good, shout out to me. I will definitely give you a platform. Thank you, everybody. Bitcoin is doing fantastically well. You're welcome to the show. I hope you have your drinks right beside you. I hope you have your pen and paper. I have beautiful people in the studio you're going to learn from. But before I introduce my wonderful guest today, let me tell you what Bitcoin is doing. What's the price of Bitcoin right now? Today, Saturday, 17th February, about 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Bitcoin is $51,000 with market cap of about 1 trillion Naira. Give it up for BTC, my people. Tell me, what business in the entire Africa is worth $1 trillion? I say it week by week, not the NGX, not even the South African exchange. You know, they're very good at 900 billion plus, but is it 900? About 90? Thereabout? Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure. I don't have the facts with that. I'll check. But Bitcoin is $1 trillion market cap asset class. Bigger than so many other businesses. If you compare Bitcoin to a company, even though it is not, it's going to be number 10 on top of the food chain, right under a few other ones. Maybe like, of course, asset class, you have gold at 13 trillion. We have Microsoft about 3 trillion. We have Apple, Saudi Aramco, Alphabet, about 2 trillion, the 1 trillion for Alphabet. That's the parent company of Google. We have Nvidia, Amazon, and Silver at around 1 trillion. They're meta platforms. Shout out to Mark Zuckerberg. Young people like us are doing fantastically well. So the entire WhatsApp, Instagram, all those your social media, digital assets are doing well at 1 trillion market cap. Wow. Meta, I guess says, they are in the AI future, so they're doing fantastically awesome. Don't bet against technology. It's going to hurt you. You're going to lose. And Bitcoin is number 10 today. What are you buying? Pay attention. And on that note, let me welcome my fantastic guest. Very brilliant people. Representative of the Web3 ladies. When you see ladies inside tech, share their move. If they're fine, paint face, they're no buku. So don't talk jargons in front of them. You know what I mean? Someone I appreciate you guys for coming. And very close to me, I have Purity. Let me address you properly. Purity Ogenechuko. Did I pronounce that well? Fairly well. Purity is the sponsorship and partnership manager for Web3 ladies. So she's the money lady, right? You're welcome to the show, Purity. And far to my right, you will know them when you see their nerd glasses. You will know the kind of thing with them be that the Fiko be that she's a developer, and that's Tosin Oluwatosin Omo Yoruba. Oluwatosin Ajao is a smart contract developer from Web3 ladies. You're welcome, Oluwatosin.
Thank you.
First of all, I was in inflation treating you. Let me start from you.
It is what it is. I work from home and for the $30.
Try. I'm rich without saying I'm rich. I love that. Lots of confidence. The Naira has been floated and it's about 1,690 thereabout, between 1,600 to 1,000. Very soon it's gonna be 1,700. What's that doing to your mindset? What do you think every day when you wake up knowing fully well the industry that you ride right now?
Okay. I mean, it is what it is, though. And what I think is if we could just blockchain is doing a good work in the African country, Nigerian, for instance, we have Web3 ladies, we have Web3 Bridge. I feel that if we could have these kind of shows, for instance, where we get to let people know of what blockchain is and how it can like help them for job creation and all of that, it's actually going to help a lot of people because it has helped me. It has helped me. So when I wake up, though we know that if you're working remotely, you're earning in dollars, it's only giving you a hedge because you're still going to go to market and see price of things. Yes.
Especially when you convert back to fiat.
Yes.
I mean, you're gonna be more comfortable, but then you see the market price. Like spaghetti that used to be 90 there, it's now almost 1,000 there, about 900 there. Sardine is now 1,000.
I mean, bag of rice is like 70 something.
Almost 80. Bag of cement. I am building the first Bitcoin village in Nigeria. When we started, myself and my partner, Jeremy Garcia, from Satoshi's Journal, we co-founded that platform. Shout out to Jeremy. That's my guy over there. I love him. He was just about 4,500 to 5,500. Today is 15,000 Naira, 14,000 Naira for bag cement. Is terrible. But I get you. I understand that, when people are exposed to blockchain, you will see the opportunities to be opt out.
Yes.
Or at least edge. And say, edge yourself. Escape out. I got you. So quickly, for people that don't know you, you got like 30 seconds to just introduce yourself each, like a bio data. Just tell me, who were you before blockchain? Who are you now? And how did you find blockchain? Just do it in like 1 minute each.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Purity Oganachukwu. I'm the current sponsorship and partnership lead for Web3 Ladies. Before tech and obviously before blockchain and cryptocurrencies, I was a terrestrial media person, just like our host over here, over time. And then I transitioned into tech as a digital marketer and now forward as a product manager, hence then a sponsorship and partnership lead for Web3 Ladies. So yeah.
So what made you say, you know what, I found my niche? Is this where you want to stop, or you're still thinking of transitioning?
Obviously, there's something we call skilling and reskilling, right? So I'm this kind of person that I see myself as a chameleon, right? Looking at me like this, if I tell some people that, I used to model at some point in time, right? They find it hard to believe, right?
I said, all right.
The juggling in the space. But I'm someone who never limits myself, right? So I'm always willing to learn and relearn. And I know the times are changing. Technology is taking us to a whole new level. And obviously, it's always good to plug yourself in that system so you definitely are not find wanting.
But you're comfortable here right now.
Yes, for now I am.
What about you say? It shows that you be nerd. So tell us, take us on a quick background, as short as possible, but be precise, and how you got here.
Well, okay, so Oluwatosin Sarah Ajao, and I'm a smart contract developer and also a technical writer. Before Web3, I was just a graduate, right, of statistics, and then
use your mic more.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel free. You can just drag it close to you. Yeah.
Okay, so I was just a graduate, and then at that time I was just thinking, okay, what am I going to do with my life after? Because I don't just want to we know that there are a lot of people that after school they just go out there. There is no job and all of that. So somehow I got into a Web3 ladies community, and then that was how it changed for me. That was how I heard about what blockchain is, what Web3 is all about, and then that was how my journey into the blockchain started. Yeah.
Beautiful. 2024. What is the Web3 ladies doing? I want to ask you first of all, because you're a smart contract person.
Yes.
So first of all, define smart contract for people that want to understand your job and what is aimed for Nigeria when it comes to smart contracts. You want to come from the definition and then talk about how widely can use or in a broader way the advantages of such tech in our everyday lives, of course, our economy.
Okay, so what smart contract is smart contracts are basically there are programs that they run based on if some conditions are met or not. So I'm going to like use a very basic example for you to understand what a smart contract is. Say for instance now your dad he has a will for you and your siblings, right? So he gave you guys maybe he gave you a house, he gave your elder brother 2 cars. Now you were not like I'm going to be using difference between like the traditional system and the smart contract now. So for you to like get a better understanding of what smart contract is and the use case of smart contracts. Now, he gave you a house, but not like a very big house. You were not like contented with your house. And then he gave your brother maybe 2 cars. Yes. So, and then you like that one more. So maybe something happened and then your dad is no more. And then there's a way that you can actually like bribe your lawyer or something can actually happen, and then the will like get reversed, and then you get the 2 cars and then your brother get the house or something. For smart contract, that can never happen. So before your dad maybe like died, maybe when is writing the will, right? He can just like program the smart contract that, okay, say once I'm gone, this is going to be for my elder son or my younger son. So what the smart contract does is it's process it works exactly as it is programmed to work. If you write if you maybe mistakenly code rubbish, it's going to like execute as exactly what you program. So smart contract is very important in our daily activities. So I'm just going to use like Nigeria as a case study. So we have voting. We have our voting.
And it's terrible. There's terrible election malpractices all the time.
Yes. Yeah. I know, right? So now, smart contracts can actually help to like reduce fraud. Like, INEC can come and say that after people have already like voted, they can't change it. It's transparent. It's transparent.
Don't Yakubu me.
Anything that is happening on the blockchain, you're seeing it. So like there lot of case studies for smart contract. But when it comes to like African countries like Nigeria, for example, we need simple solutions like that people can easily adopt. So we can start from that voting system, for instance, now, without like making things like very complex for people to.
And at least put sincerity of the actions that people take in the process. So what I hear you say is smart contract can mitigate against the risk of fraudulent activities.
Yes.
And can put trust in that process. And on that bedrock is what blockchain is built.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. I see where you're coming from. So purity.
Yeah.
Sponsorship. Funding. The ecosystem is building up. People are founding businesses day by day.
Yeah.
People want to acquire new skills. Funding is a big problem. Had a guest came in all the time, a special guest, the Chief Operating Officer of the Fintech Association of Nigeria. And one of the things he made mention that the association and other permanent organizations in Nigeria, like the NGX and FMDQ, are working on is capacity building. When you are thinking of money, right, in this space, what are the major things that funding, usually need to be used for? If you're itemizing and say, okay, I want you to sponsor my event. It's going to cost you $10,000 or it's going to cost you $500 for this small slot. What are the things that come to your head that usually need money to be utilized for?
Okay. So from the role of a sponsorship and partnership lead, first I would address that funding for tech companies in Nigeria, Africa, has kind of drizzled down a little bit because there've been issues of the founders per se mismanaging the funds, right? So I think hence where your question is coming from. Most of the time it's to focus on building the technology itself, right? So we take, for example, if you're building a project, you need AWS credits per se. Sometimes you purchase, sometimes you can apply and they give you for free and stuff like that, right? You need to pay for these things, right? You need to pay for data space where you can, keep and save whatever you're building.
Internet data itself is even pretty expensive right now.
Exactly. So you obviously need that. So I think that's actually the first concentration for anybody who is building a product. Then after that, you have to consider going into the market, because you could build a fantastic product, right? But if you don't have people using that, then obviously it's not valid. So you really have to also consider putting some funds into marketing and building communities. One thing I have noticed so far that actually makes products or new apps that are usually built in the ecosystem thrive is communities. So when you focus on building communities, it's a kind of they say when you're selling a product, you sell a story and not the product itself, right? That's a basic thing. So building communities like selling a story of that product you've built, right? So it's easier to get the product out to the market when you are able to build your communities. And obviously you need funds for that. So you need to, there are little competitions in between in the communities where people can use your product and they're given prize and stuff. That would encourage, people to actually use your brand. So I think those two things. One, obviously consider the money needed for the technology of whatever you're building, right? Number two, consider funds imputing into marketing for your product. I think those are the two basic things.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I had a conversation with someone recently, and what I can deduce is that the traditional finance era, they built a customer-based type of business. A blockchain is building communities. If it's not going to sell by the people themselves, if the people are not going to sell your product, it may not even take off at all. Yeah. The traditional finance can actually just launch a product and then the product, they start to advertise to you. You become a customer. Banks don't really care to know more about you. Just bring your money. But here, it's more like, oh, we are building this. What do you guys think? Then the communities tell you the features you need to build here and there. And volunteers, it will help, especially open source projects. So I like the part that you use the word community. There's a lot of togetherness in the space. And that brings me back to Web3 ladies. Yeah. What happens in that's your space? I see that lots of women get trained. Yeah. Where did this idea come from? And what are the productive stuff that you guys have done so far?
Okay, so we have a founder, Oluchi Enebili, who was the first female blockchain engineer in Nigeria or Africa, I think, right? So she founded Web3 Ladies.
Oh, that's the name of the founder?
Yeah, Oluchi Enebili, yes. Oh, yeah. She founded Web3
Ladies. Check it out right now.
Go Definitely, ahead. You should. So we were actually Ladies Do Tech at first and then transitioned over the years to Web3 Ladies. So basically, Web3 Ladies, our mission is to, 1, educate, 2, empower, and 3, equip. So educate in the sense of training the ladies. So we train them across the track of UI UX design, product management, web development, blockchain development, smart contracts, just like her, and digital marketing and some others, right? And then in the point of equip, we give out work tools. So we have a work tool program where we provide these ladies with work tools like MiFis, laptops, and mini power banks.
So that kind of help them reduce costs.
Exactly.
And the barrier to entry becomes very minimal.
Exactly.
Good.
Because especially in Nigeria and Africa, it's one thing to have the skill. It's another thing to have the equipment to actually function properly. So take, for example, if you're a blockchain engineer and you don't have a proper laptop to run whatever you're building, it's obviously not useful, right? So that's what we do. And then in the terms of empowering, we take workshops. We have workshops and like events where we train these ladies on how to speak, engage, because at the same time, you could have the knowledge up here, right? But then if you don't have the confidence and the courage to say whatever you have up here, nobody actually gets the message. It goes to, take for example, if you're in a workspace, right? Your boss could be asking you, what is A plus A plus B? Take for example, right? And you probably know it's a C, but then if you don't have like the proper means to communicate that to your boss, then there's a breach in communication between both of you. So those are the three basic things we focus on.
Awesome. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. I just checked out your founder. I'm following your founder on LinkedIn.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, she's doing well. Yeah. And you guys are doing well too. Thank you so much. We'll go on a break shortly. I'm waiting for my producer to signal me, but before then, I want to let all my Bitcoiners out there know that right now transactions are very affordable. If you have been waiting to cash out, now that Bitcoin is hovering around what's the price right now? 51,143. If you have one Bitcoin, you want to take the 143 off, of which I don't advise you to sell. If you want to sell, come and sell to me. Don't go and sell to the ETFs, or don't sell anywhere. Sell to me directly on Popcentral, right? Yeah, right now, buy your BTC. Yes. So if you're wondering what the transaction fees are, because for some time that's been a very huge problem. Sometimes people pay as much as $30. It is because of inscriptions and ordinals that are built on using the Taproot technology in layer 2, increasing the usage of BTC. I mean, it's wonderful for me, at the end of the day, making it a very valuable underlying settlement network or infrastructure. But if you look at the main pool right now, you will see that at 12 sat per V byte, that's about 0.86 cents. Your transaction will go smoothly, less than $1. You can move $1 billion worth of BTC if you run a node, if you are non-custodial and you custody this by yourself. But if you're on a platform, in my mind, even though you're paying that amount, which will place your transaction in the first main pool block and your transaction will deliver quicker, I think that, the exchange will still have to add their own money to it, So based on every average SegWit transaction of about 140, you want to do that calculation, 12 sats per V byte, you multiply it out by 140. I want to think that transaction fee on most Bitcoin platforms or crypto platforms would be about $3, $4. It depends on how greedy the exchange is. So it's affordable right now. The next difficulty adjustment is going to be in 12 days. The next block is coming in at about 10.3 minutes. That's the average block time. And as we speak, we have unconfirmed transaction up to the tune of about 134,000, and Bitcoin is still trading at $51,000 that's about 80 something million Naira at 1,600 plus per dollar. ETFs are gulping all the Bitcoin. There are only a few for us to buy, less than 2 million, less than 1,000 Bitcoins are being mined daily, about 900, and the ETFs are gulping faster BTC. So the entire BlackRock Fidelity arc in just about less than a month, about a month that the ETFs launch, they've been able to buy up almost $200,000 Bitcoins. And to me, that's crazy because there's mad centralization, because I see that in partnership with Coinbase, 90% of most of the ETF funds are being custodied by Coinbase, and that's centralization for me. So to the asset managers in Nigeria. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? To SEC, let's start licensing people as fast as possible. Of course, P2P is still thriving, but a lot of people are losing their BTC to the diamond hands. What are you doing? That's your banana island property in cyberspace. Pay attention. Lastly, before I go on a quick break, because time is fast spent, what does Bitcoin mean to you? I start to think about your answer too. Right? I think I should start from you, as a far end. What does Bitcoin mean to you?
Okay, so funny how I'm not really a Bitcoin fan, kind of, because
Are you a shitcoiner? Say it openly, let everybody know.
No, it's not like that. As you know, Ethereum was actually like the first blockchain to provide like abilities to build decentralized applications. So as developers, you get exposed to Ethereum compatible blockchains before Bitcoin. So if I'm going to answer that question honestly, because it's an Ethereum.
You're pro shitcoin. I understand. It's all right. It's all right. I'll let you pass. I mean, you can use, there's something called the tap technology, and right now layer 2 are being campaigned for, and you can really do smart contracts. Bitcoin, you can do a whole lot of stuff, and the fact that you mentioned centralization,
yes,
centralization hurts us. Where you can print, where people can authoritatively stop some other people from doing stuff. Ethereum, what they do over there. I'm not saying that there are no wonderful people doing great stuff, but the entire F kind of stand for, if you don't have up to what I have, I mean, you don't have a stake here, you don't have a say here, basically. So I think I like the fact that Bitcoin solved the Byzantine general rule, whereby it's consensus based for everybody. There's no one Bitcoiner that's bigger than one Bitcoiner. So let me help you here. Bitcoin means freedom. It's not centralized, decentralized. What does Bitcoin mean to you?
He said Bitcoin means freedom. So we're kind of like in the same clique, yeah?
Jesus.
But no. Here's the thing. Remember the question I asked you right when I first came? So the thing is, because of the space we're in, we come across and we have like what's it called, connections with different cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, I get it.
In the ecosystem. So we have Cardano, Solana, Polygon.
You try to sponsorship. They pay you a lot of money.
Yeah,
they pay you a lot of money for that to campaign to talk about. Yo, if you guys don't bring your money to me, if you want to bring your money, give it to Popcentral, $2 million. Maybe I'll allow you guys come and sit down here.
No,
I'll buy some Bitcoin.
It's because of one of the things I think for my reason for this is because I know Bitcoin has a foundation too, right? But most of these cryptocurrencies, they understood that like a way into the market is obviously through the people they intend to provide these currencies for, right? So obviously they have like foundations where they are able to connect to people based on what is needed in that particular demographic. So take, for example, Celo has a Celo foundation as well as Ethereum, right?
Please don't sell. Don't sell. My producer is going to get mad. They're not paying anybody. They're not paying me. They're not paying me. So I understand
yeah,
that.
so like because of that system, so hence that's why.
Yeah, so none of you have Bitcoin.
No. Yes, and then the rest of
the two of you are in trouble.
I'm sorry.
You are centralized.
No,
okay, so we're gonna go on a break now.
Yeah.
But because we're gonna go on a break, I have two other guests. I'd like you guys to definitely give your sign outs. Honestly, I would love to bring you back, but this airtime costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we have to give platform to as many people as possible. Definitely. But what would you like to see as last words? So you made your last word with this. What would you like to see happen now that there's a virtual asset service provider license? That will be issued. That's not been issued, but there's a guideline. The ban has been lifted by central bank, so we can do transactions now. What do you think the emerging industry would unfold, or what would you rather see unfold? Tie that with your last words of where you would like the entire blockchain say of Nigeria to be going forward. Yeah, I'll start with what do I say?
Okay, so
Let you do this real quick because of our time.
Okay, so basically for me, I feel that we will have a lot of work to do for the Nigerian community, blockchain community. So I think that it would be a great one if people like communities, as they're already doing, can like partner together and collaborate. For instance, now I think I've already like made mention of it. We need like to let people know like what blockchain, and like just open this awareness to them for them to come into this space and like see how the ecosystem works, ideas, innovations of what they can do, so they won't be limited. Like there's a lot of limitations. We have a lot of communities that are doing like great job. Honestly,
you have to be a techie to benefit from blockchain.
No, you don't at all. So that is we have a lot of communities, Web3 ladies. We are bridging that gap, not just for people that have technical backgrounds. I know a lot of people that studied agriculture that have blockchain developers right now. Good. I know people that studied education that are blockchain developers right now. So we just like need platforms like this. Let them know, okay, this is what Web3 Ladies is doing. This is what the Web3 Bridge. We have Aka House coming, like where people can like stay and then they learn Web3 development.
On-prem Hackathon Development Center.
Yes, we have it in Lagos. Yes, Web3 as it in Lagos, we have Web3 Africa. We have a lot of communities like that. So we just like I think we need to like work in oneness, like in unity. Good. Let people let's open like this to a lot of people. Let people come in.
Thank you.
Like,
thank you. Let's open up and let people come in. Yeah. So now she's taking most of the time. But I'm going to tweak the question a little bit. Okay. Right. Because your partnership and sponsorship, that's your niche, right? Community connections. For you, with knowing your role, understanding the space right now, what would you rather see unfolding now, knowing now that serious business is about to start? You know, it's been ongoing anyway.
Yeah.
Do you get it off sponsorship? Are you soliciting for more? How wide can you spread your tentacles, and what should be happening going forward? Well, we should come into the space and support businesses. I mean, put that together and round up.
Okay, so basically for me, from my point of view, as a closing remark, would be one, policies, right? We need like a lot of regulatory policies going forward, right, for blockchain developers and like brands that are looking to build apps and dApps on the blockchain. That's one. Two, we also have to look at, like she said, community building, right, and coming together. So another thing is in terms of education. So the Bible even says, my people suffer for the lack of knowledge. So without the educational system, there is no moving forward. So we need, like, in as much as, yes, investors, they're investing in growing apps and growing brands or whatnot, they should also look towards communities and NGOs, nonprofits that are pushing forward the word of blockchain per se, right? Yeah. So I think one, education, two, policies, and then obviously communities.
Education, policies, community. I like that. Thank you very much for coming. I'll definitely bring you guys back. We have a lot to talk about. I'm going to definitely host you guys at different times. I need to orange peel you to make sure you're Bitcoiners. You're very brilliant ladies. I love how you're adding value to human lives in general. And shout out to your founder. For me,
Thank you.
We would like to use this opportunity to invite you to our halving event on the 22nd of April. Bitcoin halving is going to be happening here at Popcentral.
Awesome.
It's the first time in something like that will be celebrated on national television. So I will see how we can synergize. You know, whatever fantastic thing that you're working on that needs platform for expression, just reach out to us, right? I will definitely be willing to give you my platform for expression. Awesome. So as we go on a break, I want to thank you all for paying attention and relaxing. I got two awesome guests coming back. or coming here for the first time when we come back. So stick with me, do not go nowhere. It's still the Digital Assets Show on Popcentral channel 189. Which kind of microphone with this we won't keep my shine? I lie. Fiat behavior. Stop it. Let's go on a quick break. We're going to be right back. Bitcoin is still doing fantastically well. Try yourself.